tripod or something.
I'm going to tell you where to stick this in a minute. Welcome, Bone Storm, to Week 13 in review. That's right, kiddies. We are still with the single cam move. Yeah, so thank you for those who have stayed with us and have put up with these technological snafus. But
next season will be different.
Yeah, next season we're coming up with a better. We're gonna invent the better mousetrap. All right, so let's get to the first game.
Yeah, why don't we get right to it?
And let's talk about your game.
The Battle of the Kevins. Cellar Dwellers is able to knock off me, which is apparently that's who Kevin can beat. I think everybody in the league can beat me. I am the worst team going into playoffs. However, it'll still be enough. But it wasn't in Week 13. He beat me 114 to 86. There was plenty of guys I could have started, but it was a mean nothing game.
Well, I just hope you do the same. I hope you do me the same courtesy by starting Darren McFadden next week. That's what I really look for to do.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so Cam Newton came through with you for a nice 24. You had 14 for T.Y. Hilton on the seller, but that was kind of your only two shining points. You're very funny. Mr. Clemens had Nelson Aguilar in a losing effort against Seattle with his Eagles for 29 points. Kirk Cousins only 16 points. The rest of his were kind of middling, but he did have a nice Jaguar score of 16 for their defense. So nice job, Kevin. And even though you're out of it, you were messing with Kev. And okay, we're showing the dog's head, right? Is that a dog?
Yeah, he just sits there like a person.
It's kind of creepy. That is really kind of good. There he is. Hey, what's up, dog? Nice look.
Okay, sorry.
What's the next game?
The next game we have is making fantasy football average again. Congrats,
Dare
Matthew.
you.
Not only have you managed to put together another decent season, you took down the Wild Poopers. 145 to 131.5.
That was a close one, too. It all came down to Monday night and Big Antonio Brown.
Like I said before, no Antonio Brown, no trophy on Matty's Whittle mantle.
Very funny. This week it did show up that way because my gamble on Mr. Devontae Booker out of Denver, who got me a 1.8.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I cannot choose right with my stupid running backs. You better hope I do the same for next week because
oh, don't worry.
I had a decent day from old man Larry Fitzgerald for 25, Phillip Rivers 21, Alvin Kamara, stud of the year, 29 points. Cat, unfortunately, Dak Prescott, nice win for Dallas, but not enough. Todd Gurley, the second, got her 21. Rex Burkhead, 26 points. Big day for him. We'll see if she can put it together in the playoffs. So sorry for the loss there, but I'm sure she can come back and certainly you win it all if she, if her people continue to go and if Kareem Hunt remembers how to play. Who's next?
Next, I'm going to skip one. I'll come back to it. Next, we've got the Malibu Stacy's with a very respectable 145 takes down, playing spoiler or trying to take down our Gimme That Booty. This is exactly what Todd needed. Malibu wins 145 to 128.8.
Yeah, that was a great game. Unfortunately, not enough points were scored by Mr. Todd to get back into it. But
well, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So that was against Jason.
Yeah.
Todd needed a loss for Jason, which Malibu helped with, but he needed to beat Valdi and beat Papa by like 100. He could not beat Voldemort, who scored 182 to 126.
Yep. So congrats, Don, on that win. We'll see you next year. And it was tough for you when you got the David Johnson break. Yeah. And who else did she lose? Did she lose somebody else or no?
Yeah, and she was great down the stretch. I mean, the team was coming around. It's just she couldn't recover from those early losses and being in a really tough
division. Yeah, okay. All right, who's next?
Next up, we've got Kruskovsky's Lovejoy Project falls to the Braille Bombers, 137 to 100.
Excuse me, hold on. I picked the wrong Krusty. There's two Krusties, and I chose the wrong one.
There's only one Krusty.
Yeah, I know that, but excuse me, there is only one Krusty, but the Krustovsky is what threw me. So yes, nicely done, Joseph. Well, I want to say nicely done. Nicely done in losing. Russell Wilson, again, accounting for most of the Seattle offense with 30.2. 22.9 for Evan Engram. Very nice out of the New York Football Giants, as that was Ben McAdoo's last week. We'll see if that continues or if he falls off the cliff.
Who's gonna play for them?
Well, Eli's supposedly going to start again, so we'll see if that helps or hurts all of them. I don't know. So. Yeah, we'll see. Nice output by Carson Wentz in that losing effort, and Cameron Brate had a good 17.9. Jamal Williams, that guy from Green Bay, 2 huge weeks in a row. And Joe, you're in the playoffs, so you can say what you want about how he's changed his name how many times, thought he was going to be counted out, but you can't count him out. He's in it against his brother, but that's coming up later. Who's next?
The final game of the week, the Deplorables, able to get another win. Again, another team coming on down the stretch. She was able to take out the Gentlemen's 4 quarterlies, 130 to 109. Not bad.
Yep, another big day for Big Ben with 22. Mark Ingram puts in a great 24. 18 from Kenny Stills and 14 from a guy out of Notre Dame by the name of Golden Tate. Des Bryant made his rare appearance this year with a 17.1. Unfortunately, Terry, Tom Brady might have won the game, but he had a really bad day, and I know my mom's hoping that happens this next week. He didn't even get past 10 points. A.J. Green had a great night against the Steelers, in a losing effort, I may say. And Thea Reddick out of
Notre Dame.
Exactly, had a nice 17. But not enough, Terry. Down day, but maybe that just means you're going to come back big next week. It's going to be a good one between you and Mama. What's next, Mr. Heath?
Next we've got
standings. You know what? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Because it's official this time.
It's official.
In Brockway. First place making fantasy football great again with, I dare say, the best record in fantasy football, at least in this division, 2-3, making the playoffs.
Oh, in all divisions, son. You better look at all of them.
That's what I said. You got in the entire league.
That's right.
And then we got Voldemort also making it out of Brockway. In Ogdenville, you've got the Lovejoy first place, also making it in, yours truly, Camp Krusty, by a whopping 1 game over the Deplorables. I mean,
who knew?
It up.
That's right.
Unbelievable. By the hairs of my chinchilla. North Haverbrook, we've got 2 teams going in. The Braille Bombers puts together an amazing 9-4.
Number 2.
Followed 3 games back by the 4 quarterlies at 6-7. Port Clemens will not be making it. And in the final division, Springfield, the Wild Poopers, the once completely dominant Wild Poopers, actually finished with an 8-5 behind
3rd best.
And Mama. And then she drags along Papa right behind her, that booty, with 6-7. So, unfortunately, Todd, Kevin Clemens, Jen, and Dawn, I am sorry, your season is Sova.
Is Sova. That's one out for Paul. That's right. Let me jump quickly to the free agent pool this week.
Okay.
And this thing is really slow. I'm just trying to get to it.
No problem.
In the free agent field, there were no battles, although I'm curious because I don't know. I mean, I'm going to assume Jason grabbed the guy he did because he actually wanted him and may start him, or at least, may keep him in reserve. But he and I both bid the exact same amount for different people, probably for different reasons. He went after the running back out of Seattle, Mike Davis, who had a good week last week, for $23. I paid $23 for a guy by the name of Peyton Barber I'd never heard of out of Tampa Bay because he's another running back that may help out my Wounded Warrior project that is the running back field for me. And then Joseph, no slacker, grabbed Aaron Jones to back up the other guy from Green Bay for $15, and he grabbed the Titans D for another 10. So no actual battles, but everybody's loading up for the playoffs to see what they're going to do. So I think we're all set. I think it's time to talk about the big games that matter, and let me go to week 1 of how the playoffs roll out.
Or as they call it on our app, round 1.
Round 1 of the playoffs. And let's talk about the 4 games that matter. You take me to whichever one you want to.
Okay, so the first one I will go to is... Now, there should be 4 games, right?
There's 4, but the ones at the bottom are the consolation ladder. So the top 4 are the winner's bracket. No, there's nothing in the consolation. They can play if they'd like to. They want to make a side bet. That might be fun to keep it interesting. But, yeah.
The grudge match of all grudge matches, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
Yours and Jay's might even be better, but this is a close second.
Yes.
Camp Krusty.
Yes.
Goes against Matt Dickey, making fantasy football great again, We've got, 3 tries to knock him off the pedestal. Kev gets a swing of 1 at him, and I think I'm going to do it. I don't know.
I like your confidence. You need a little more. Tell yourself that a little more. Hey, it should be a great game, and you know what? Funny things happen in the playoffs. I've seen you win before with some scrubs. Exactly. Lamar Miller could have 41 for all I know against San Francisco, so I'm counting nothing out, right? Anything could happen.
Yes,
remember, keep Darren McFadden alive is all I'm saying. So it should be a good day. Let me look at the marquee matchups. You got Cam Newton going against a very tough Minnesota defense, so that might be tough sledding for old Cam. But I think it's at home, so at least that bodes well for him. On the other hand, you got Jordy Nelson. Now, while Green Bay's been running great and has been doing okay, he has been getting no love all year.
I know.
So,
yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. The Steelers against Baltimore, it's a toss-up. It's either going to be a really low-scoring game like it sometimes is. Maybe that'll help the Steelers. Or, who knows? I mean, we're pretty banged up after the Cincinnati game. It could be a slugfest there. I don't know what's going to happen. On my side, I got Phillip Rivers at Washington. I don't know about that. Alvin Kamara against Atlanta. They always used to say New Orleans versus Atlanta was a shootout, but it never ended up that way. It was always some low-scoring, crappy game. The big question is, who will be Matt's number 2 running back? Right now, I got Tariq Cohen, but I'm not sold on that yet. So we'll see. Antonio Brown's toe is bothering him, so God only knows what's going to happen to him this week. And
I love it.
Exactly. And because because Juju's out for that great block, I'm not going to call that a dirty block. He just took down that guy. I got Martavis Bryant, the alien-looking killer, to see if he can do anything and maybe catch a ball or two. And I'm hoping that stupid Eagles defense can do better than they did against stinking Seattle. Next matchup.
Juju won that beat.
Juju on the beat. Exactly. Who stole his bike?
Juju won that beat.
All right, who's next, Jack?
Next up, we've got I love it. This is brother on brother on brother.
Yes, that's going to be great.
Joe going against Greg. Krustovsky's Lovejoy Project goes against Voldemort. Somebody's going to get coal in their stocking, methinks.
Exactly. Now, Voldemort's been riding the hot hand of Josh McCown. Who? Josh McCown, folks. That's right, of your New York Football Jets. They're going up against the old school no-fly zone of Denver. That may not be no-fly anymore because they've been stinking it up these days. He's got DeMarco Murray, who is a stinking roll of the dice every flipping week. Keenan Allen, who's been playing out of his mind, and I hope he keeps doing that if I go with Phil Rivers. Thank you very much. And Alex Collins, the hot hand in Baltimore, versus Carson Wentz. Does he get his groove back on against the Rams? Rams been playing good. I don't know. LaShawn McCoy, Buffalo. What's going on in Buffalo? Are they still mathematically in it? They might be. I don't know. But how can you trust that guy? Good flipping questions, all I'm saying.
Maybe the biggest disappointment of the year, if you consider how high Sean McCoy was on every single list and how crummy he's done all year.
Absolutely.
Another battle of teams with the same last names.
Yes.
Give me that booty. Trying to chase the wild poopers into the playoffs, into the woods, trying to wipe the bottom with some big scores. What happens?
Well, you know, it's interesting because Jay is a scrappy pirate, that's for sure. He's sharpening up that hook.
He's one who started off really
poorly,
in trouble, and turned it around.
Yeah, he definitely did. And you know what? A lot of that came from some good planning, right? He stuck around. He stuck around. He got Morris, had Deion Lewis from the start, I believe. Made the trade. Got I think it was Michael Thomas, Jimmy Graham. I think that was his keeper from last year. I can't be 100% sure. Did great. Jarvis Landry proved me wrong. Had a great year. So, and Alex Smith, crappy the last couple of weeks, right? But wait. Crappy the last couple of weeks. He doesn't play him last week when he does awesome. So, which Alex Smith do we get this week? Is he going to be the studly Alex Smith or the crappy Alex Smith? He's putting all of his eggs in the Smith basket. Whereas on the other hand, Dak Prescott, he's been really low ever since Zeke's been gone. Does he continue? I mean, he still got some touchdowns last week. Does he do that again against the Giants? Because the Giants, they're in disarray. You got the whole Eli Manning, Ben McAdoo thing, right? Todd Gurley's going to be playing well, but he's going up against that Philly defense. So there's a lot of really good ones. And Kareem Hunt, who hasn't been good in weeks and weeks, playing division rival Oakland. Does he stand up for that one? I don't know. We shall see.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So who's the running back in Dallas now?
Right now, I think Morris is the number one guy in Dallas.
Okay.
I think Rod Smith is the second guy, but I'm pretty sure Morris is the bell cow, and he ran pretty big for them the other night.
Okay, and then finally, we have the Gentleman Four Quarterlies going against the Braille Bombers. That should be a good one.
This should be a really good one because, again, I don't expect Tom Brady to score under 10 again in this one. So you got Brady versus Wilson. I'm not saying that's a wash, but that's going to be a close battle between those two specifically. Mom's got Leonard Fournette. Awesome running back, right? We'll see how he can do. She's got, your sister has A.J. Green. She's got Theo Riddick, who I believe has been the best back in Detroit, even though Matt Stafford had his hand hurt.
He's been very consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike Evans, who's due for a huge breakout game. My mom has Julio Jones, who is the who are you now, Julio? Because one week you scoring almost 50-something points. Next week it's like, I got 2 catches. So who shows up? Who only knows, right? I mean, it's going to be a great back and forth battle. Hopefully, it looks like we got 4 good matchups in this one. Kev, give me your give me your lock for this week. Not in our game because I know you think you're going to win, and I obviously think I'm going to win. But in the other 3 games, give me one prediction that you are feeling more than the others. Is it going to be Kat or Jay? Is it going to be your sister? Right.
I think the Devlin game's too close to call.
Okay.
I think the game with Mama is too close to call.
Okay.
I love Joe.
I love it.
I really do.
Yes.
I don't know if he's got enough to take down Greg, who's been hot coming off of a monster week. I don't know if he's got enough to take down Baltimore. I think Baltimore, in all honesty, that's not my ironclad lock of the week. If I'm being honest with myself, the ironclad lock of the week is you.
How dare you?
If I don't have faith in myself, nobody will.
That's right.
So I'm going to go with the other one.
I like it. Yeah, and you know what? I picture the Joe-Greg matchup much like Super Bowl III. Now, you may not remember this. This was the one where Broadway Joe Namath called his shot and said, hell yeah, we're going to be Baltimore and stupid Johnny Unitas, and I'll be damned if they didn't. So is Joe going to be the Jets, and is the mighty Colts Voldemort? Only time's going to tell on Sunday. And Sunday, as much as I am looking forward to our matchup, I am so bummed that we're going to be out at a bar because, I mean, I'm going to try to get to you as soon as often as possible on the board.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
But we're going to be drinking and hammering down wings all day. So maybe we'll Skype you in down there and see if we can do a little chat, like, say, towards the end or just after the first set of games. So look for us about close to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Keep your phone charged around that time, and we'll see if we can get you.
I want to follow up with my, the call for Joe and Greg. It's not that I think Joe is any worse than any other teams in the playoffs. He's not. He's actually very, very strong. It's just Voldemort seems to, like yourself, seems to be riding a wave of points going into these last few weeks here. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I
think the lock is you. But
oh, please, dude, don't say that. No, don't curse me.
I've got to call Greg.
I just can't wait because inevitably, especially in the first week of playoffs, it almost seems guaranteed we're going to see some performers that either have been doing great, tank, and some other ones that nobody counted on going, he scored 20 points? Are you kidding me? So I'm excited about that. I hope it's not against me. I hope it's not another Justin Tucker asterisk year.
I have no business being in playoffs. But
sure you do. Hey, you played great just because your wheels fell off, and I mean, but you still rallied. In spite of losing your number 1 quarterback, you managed to get in.
I managed, but we'll see.
So, I'm excited. It's going to be great. Everybody's going to be at Players on Sunday at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that should be fun for round 1.
That's going to be great. There's going to be a lot of smack talking. In fact, I know Jason's going to be there with his family. I'm hoping Todd's going to be there, even though he's not in it. He'll provide lots of smack talking for everybody that's there.
Yeah.
So,
Todd's good for that.
So, yeah, there's going to be myself, my mom, Jason, so 3 playoff teams for sure there. I hope your sister comes by there. I'll make sure I reach out to her.
They're playing each other.
And I hope the Laytons show up, because then it could be all of us there except you, and then we could Skype you in and have a full round table.
Yeah, I would love to be there with Joe and Greg.
Yeah,
playing
the brothers. That's going to be good. All right, man. Well, hey, you got anything else before we sign off on this one?
No, it's been a good year.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for playing. For those teams that are out of it, again, if you want to make it interesting, I say reach out to those people individually and say, hey, let's put a little something in on this, right? Let's put a Starbucks gift card or put $10 on it just to make it interesting.
Yeah, you never know.
And that way you keep playing, and we'll see what happens, right? I mean, that's what I would want to do, and just try to make it, okay, how can I salvage some fun out of this, right?
Yeah, it's Todd against Don and Clemens against Jen. So
exactly. Yep, good enough. All right, well, hey, thanks again for getting this done. Want to thank you for a great season with broadcasting. I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. We did good with the interviews. I'm still going to shoot for one more before the end of the year.
Okay.
I know you laugh, but I'm going to. And so, Kev, take us home. Go ahead.
If you need me to come up with the questions, let me know.
Yes, you know what? Let's do it so you force it on me. You do the questions, or do I need to tell you who it's going to be before you draft the questions?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I probably want to know.
Then my goal is tomorrow, give you a name, then you do the questions.
All right.
Got it. All right, Kev, take us home.
Stay classy, Bone Storm.
Playoffs round 1, yo.